The United Kingdom is a secular society. It's not a religious one, but it seems to be turning that way very quickly. Religion hasn't governed this country or this island for quite some time now, and it's all the better for it, in my opinion. Now, I've always said, when in Rome, do as the Romans do, and I expect that for people who come and live in the United Kingdom. If you're going to come here, do as we do. I think it's the basic level of respect that we deserve and expect. But I have absolutely no time whatsoever for people who come here and expect our society to bend over backwards to their will. And the latest example of aggressive demands by migrants is what's currently happening at the Michaela Grammar School. Now, this is a very unusual school because it's quite successful. In fact, it's very successful, and it's all thanks to the head teacher, Catherine Burblesing. She is known in the mainstream media as the strictest head teacher in the country. And her methods have produced results, and the kids are doing well. And they all do well because it's either her way or the highway. Nobody is treated any differently. She was a teacher who got fed up with state schools teaching victimhood and political correct nonsense, so she changed it. Now, the usual lot are they're, how can I put it, doing their usual thing by being outraged and disruptive because the head teacher, Catherine Burblesing, is being taken to court by a Muslim pupil for restrictions on prayer, and they say they're being discriminated against. Well, the Michaela School isn't a religious school, it's a secular school. No religion is allowed to have their prayer time. They're there to learn, and that's why she has results, and that's why the school is successful. The Christian kids, they don't have prayer time. The Sikhs, the Hindus, none of them do. So why does this Muslim kid think they should be treated any differently with more privilege? Now, according to the mainstream media, this is the same pupil who was suspended from that same school last year for threatening a girl with a knife. So make of that what you will, but this is a trial now between not just the school and Catherine Burblesing, but a secular state against a religion. And Catherine Burblesing, she must win, because if she loses, then it'll be another victory, not just legally, but morally and spiritually. It'll give the religion that kid represents justification over a secular society. And it'll affect not just the school's name and Catherine Burblesing's reputation, but the pupils as well. Because prayer time will cut into their learning time. And you watch the standards drop quickly. And did I mention that this pupil has been given legal aid to sue the teacher and the school? It's just madness, isn't it? There are plenty of religious schools in this country where people's faiths can be practiced accordingly and to their leisure. But it's gone downhill because the school now is under constant police protection. There are 7 coppers stood outside the gates every day because she's received death threats. Yeah, that's where we are now, folks. Teachers teaching, successful teachers as well, now receiving death threats. I could only hope and pray she doesn't end up like the Batley Grammar School teacher and live the rest of her life in fear. And by the way, that school teacher is still in hiding with his family. For that to happen in this country, it's shameful. So yeah, it's vitally important for us as a society that Catherine Burblesing wins this ludicrous court case, which is being financed at the taxpayers' expense. And if that kid wins, well, it's bad news all round, in my opinion. And I'm not against religion. You can worship whoever the hell you want, but do it in your own time or in your own institutions. And I think it's also worth mentioning that the Barclay Primary School here in England has received bomb threats because they insisted pupils did not wear pro-Palestinian badges. It is vitally important for our children's future that we do not allow aggressive faiths to dictate what goes on in our schools. And that's just my opinion. And there we go. I'm Paz49. Thanks for listening. And until the next time, Roger Trout.